What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So Phaedra Parks, who has made her transition from Married to Medicine to Real Housewives of Atlanta, she is leaving Dancing with the Stars. And the extra reporter, asked her how she felt about Quad and Dr. Heavenly, their response to her saying that she revived the show, Married to Medicine. They responded by saying, okay, well, that's not true. And in fact, Married to Medicine revived Phaedra's career. I thought that was really interesting. A lot of people were saying that Phaedra she gave nothing on Married to Medicine, which I agree. She wasn't really giving a lot of her own personal story. I think she threw her son a party, which was nice. Um, and they brought Apollo, which was, in my opinion, it was a little weird, but they brought him back this season for Married to Medicine, this upcoming season, even though Phaedra is no longer on the show. That's even more weird. But I want you guys to hear this clip because, you know, the reporter from Extra is doing his job. He's clocked in, okay? And he asked, what did Phaedra think about the remarks that Quad and Dr. Heavenly made? So let's go ahead and listen.
And luckily, this is not the end of this beautiful woman. We're going to see more of her on our TV screens November 24th because Married to Medicine is back. The trailer just dropped. What was your thoughts when you saw the trailer? I saw Apollo in the trailer. Talk to me about that.
I didn't watch it. I hadn't watched it, so I don't know what's in the trailer because I'm on Housewives now, so I didn't watch that. But I was committed to this show, so I'm not into distractions, and that was So yesterday I had to practice this, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Well, now that you have time, do you plan to watch it and go from there? Maybe.
Catch me on Housewives of Atlanta in 2025.
Okay. Well, since it sounds like you're done with Married to Medicine. That's what it sounds like to me. Because you keep name dropping Housewives, which I'm absolutely looking forward to. But I have to get your reaction because the Married to Medicine ladies, Quad, Heavenly, they had something shady to say about you saying you revived the show. They said they revived your career. I'm like, did you? Did they? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, numbers never lie. This was the best numbers that they've had in the history of the show. And the only thing different was myself and Sweet Tea. So it was either Sweet Tea or me.
I think Phaedra Parks the winning team, you guys.
Okay.
Okay, in my opinion, it was probably more Sweet Tea. I'm just gonna be honest. Now, to Phaedra's credit, I did love her on The Traitors. I felt like she did an excellent job playing that role as a traitor. She read her castmates for filth. She read them down. She brought that, legal mind, that analytical mind to The Traitors. She was a strategist and she was excellent on that show. On Married to Medicine, and maybe it's because, they're dealing with their real life. The only time I felt like she was vulnerable was when she mentioned that, a lot of the cast on Married to Medicine differs from Real Housewives of Atlanta because they fight for their marriages. She said that she felt as if her and Apollo were on Married to Medicine, perhaps she would still be married to this day. Now, thinking back on years past, especially when they were in that garage, and she was like, go away from me with this Apollo. I wouldn't stay with somebody like that, but that's me. I don't play those games. I don't even like when people raise their voice at me crazy because who are you talking to? I don't let my mother raise her voice to me, let alone somebody raising their hand to me. I'm too grown for that. But that's me. And like I said, the fact that they brought Apollo and his new wife, Shireen, I think that's her name, to Married to Medicine is giving desperate. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, why would you bring Phaedra's ex-husband on the show, especially if Phaedra is no longer there? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, her saying that it was her or Sweet Tea, I feel like a lot of people tuned in to see Sweet Tea, just because, Quad was going to be there. That's why a lot of people, in my opinion, myself included, I tuned in. And I wanted to see, their dynamic, right? They were bringing back, Dr. G and his new wife. I know they're trying for a child. Hopefully that happens soon. They can conceive. But Quad is back, and now she has a boyfriend. She's like, my man, my man, my man, honey. Congratulations to Miss Quad. She got it. She got it. But Phaedra's excited to be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta once Kandi left. Again, after that whole debacle with season 9, with her essentially, accusing Kandi of that horrific crime of R, which was crazy to me. Like, as brilliant and analytical and legal mind that Phaedra has, for her to do that and to use Portia as her mouthpiece to do that, it was crazy to me. But she took a hiatus, very much needed. I'm glad that the network did protect Kandi, because I was gonna say, I guess as much as they could have, right? Because Phaedra didn't necessarily, leave the network. She only left Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she wasn't able to come back until, Kandi left. So once Kandi bowed out, she's like, okay, I'm done with the show. Then they brought Phaedra back. Okay, so Phaedra's going to be on the new season. And her, saying that she revived the numbers from Married to Medicine, she really didn't give anything. She didn't open up. She didn't share her life. She was doing some kind of like Reiki, something. I don't know. It was weird. I was hoping for her to bring that same energy that she brought to the traders on Married to Medicine. I feel like a lot of people were looking for that as well. Phaedra is someone who has, great wit. Her reads are lethal, and she didn't do any of that. What she did do was she, played it really safe. She unfortunately kind of, threw Quad under the bus and lied, saying that, she didn't want to fly with her because she was essentially like the piranha, the pariah of the show. But it was just, it wasn't the Phaedra Parks that people have come to know and love. Hopefully, her being back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she seems a lot more excited about that. So she's like, watch me on, Real Housewives of Atlanta 2025. Like, okay. Especially, since they got rid of Kenya. Well, I guess Kenya essentially got rid of herself with that stunt that she pulled with Brady. Well, they had the budget to bring Phaedra back. So Phaedra, she's bouncing all over the Bravo universe. But one thing I can't say about her, I do admire her work ethic. She will keep a check and a job. Okay, Miss Phaedra Booked and Busy Parks. She is definitely bouncing from the traders to, Married to Medicine, to Real Housewives of Atlanta, Dancing with the Stars, all these different places. So go Phaedra, go. But I don't think that she revived, Married to Medicine. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that she brought a lot of, her personality or energy to Married to Medicine at all. And I feel like a lot of the ladies were let down a bit. And for her to say that, I wish she was a little more gracious. I don't think that it was a good look. I think that Quad and Dr. Heavenly's feelings were hurt by what, she said. And at the same token, I don't think the Married to Medicine revived Phaedra's career. I don't think that they were right, either. I know they were trying to be shady and kind of save face. But Phaedra, she's been pretty consistent working, all these different shows. I think she was on Ultimate Girls Trip as well. So she's a Bravo network darling. Like, she's going to bounce from show to show to show. I'm surprised she hasn't been on like Below Deck and all the rest of them yet. So I think The Traitors is going to come back. I wonder if she's going to go back there. But hopefully this new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, they bring it, because a lot of the reality TV shows have been, their production value has been lacking. Like, they're going to Key West, and I was just like, Key West? Like, I remember when the ladies would go to like Anguilla and, all these like really wonderful islands, international places. And it's like, they're not really, they're not going to any international trips anymore. They're all domestic, it seems like. So, oh no, that's Married to Medicine, where they went to Key West. I think the ladies in Real Housewives of Atlanta, they went to somewhere in the Caribbean, St. Lucia maybe. I don't know, but I hope that Phaedra brings more of her energy and her personality to RHOA than she did to Married to Medicine, because she didn't revive Married to Medicine. But we'll see. You guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about what she said about, reviving Married to Medicine? I think it was more sweet tea that people tuned in for, but and that's my opinion. I'm glad the Dr. Contessa is back as well. I really liked her. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.